All right, it's time for a much needed Sven video. I think you're gonna be pretty proud of him. He's come a long way. He's very mentally connected. Sven. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Who? He's pretty easy to catch these days. He's getting a pretty good recall on him where I can send him out, when I want to run him around and call him into me. So that's coming. He's really good about his feet these days. Good. I haven't actually done that with his saddle on, but that was good. Whoa, Sven. Good. Good boy. Hoop. This is a major improvement. It doesn't even need to be tied. I have this one, Sven. Here you go, bud. Good. All right, and this one. Good boy. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and drive him for you a little bit because I thought you'd like to see that. What I did first was just saddled him up, cinched him up real tight, and let him walk and trot and canter around, working on building that energy up into the canter without him bucking about all this equipment, which he's not extremely explosive, but I'd say 5 times or more, he's probably humped up a little bit about like going into the canter. And it's very half-hearted, but a little bit of bronchiness is too much. So glad to see that's going away. I've got my reins tied back here, simply enough that he gets used to that feeling of contact. They could be a little longer. I might go ahead and just so he can bend his neck when I steer him here. You don't want him flopping around though. Oh. And I always tie mine with a slip knot and tuck that tail through so that if you need to, you can help him out quickly. I also have my stirrups tied together here just so that they're stabilized, and if we should get in a wreck, this is not flopped up over his back, kind of taking away one of my reins. So, gonna run that through the stirrup, clip it here between the rein and the chin strap. Get my lines kind of sorted out here, and then I'm gonna lay one over his butt. Good boy. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, through the stirrup, up to that bridle ring. I think these are 11-foot lines. They're kind of a nice leather rein, nice and thin and easy to handle. They are split. I also have a pair that are clipped together that are a little longer, but whatever you got will work. I really do like to drive horses that need more confidence. For a lot of different reasons, to establish some steering so that they stay mentally connected when I'm out of that visual field. Like he's really listening right now, just like when I'm going to be on his back. He's checking in with me. So good for a lot of things, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Definitely had a good go forward sound on him at first. This is session number 3, so we'll see how he does. You're good. And I talk to him, a little bit of forward, and I just say good. And at first, I'm just going to get those feet moving and move along with them. And try to kind of get him into, just like you might with a colt in the first couple of rides, just kind of cruising. Getting the energy flowing, getting some rhythm in the body. Tapping into a kind of a migration mode. Good, you're okay. So there I just tapped on his hip, and then I used my other hand as a little bit of a signal, and I just get creative with what I do with my body and what part of my rein I might touch him with. If I had any reason to think he might kick me, I might even start in a smaller pen and stay about this far back. I really like this right here where he's just flowing forward, moving with rhythm. Just gonna get into the groove of traveling with me. I'm gonna start to pick up a little bit on his left rein. I'm gonna squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Get a little bit of a turn, send him forward. Squeeze and release, send him forward. One reason I don't encourage everyone to drive their horses is only because I have seen people without a lot of feel make a horse very dull to the bridle by letting them basically drag you around with the lines. I don't do that. I want them just as light as when I'm riding them. So I'll go ahead and steer a little through the poles just for the fun of it. Good. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Good. Squeeze and release. And get that turn in there. Good. And there he goes. Walk. Ah. We're going to miss our pole, but that's all right. We made a nice turn. Take him back around the other way. Good. And again, the idea of getting them used to checking in with you in the same limited way that they might when you're on their back. He's seeing me a little bit out of each eye, just teaching his brain to check in with me on both sides and never be startled by that can prevent a lot of wrecks. Good. 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 Okay, we're going to play through the poles a little bit more, just see if we can steer one way and then the other. Good. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Walk. Good. Good. All right, now left turn. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Walk. Walk. Good, you're okay. Yeah, you're good. You can see the difficulty increases when I take him off the wall. For the first session, I never even asked him to come off the wall. I can go ahead and show you, but I actually just used the wall for turns. So the first session, I would just be walking along the wall. Good. Start to guide him into a turn, and then use that wall to help finish the turn. Good boy. Oh. So I'm pretty tickled with that. I won't let you watch, I won't make you watch me do the whole session. But that's what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and actually ask him for a little backup today. I haven't done that before. So I'm just going to see which front foot's ahead. Looks like his left foot's a little ahead. I'm going to add a little more life to that rein, and I'm going to add his backup cue. Back. Good. Nice. Now I'm going to put a little more life in that right rein, and I'm just going to squeeze in, closing my hand and squeezing. Back. Back. Great. And that's his first time backing up in the bridle. He never threw his head. He never tried to run through it. I'm tickled with that. I'm actually going to lay my reins up here on his butt, go up and connect with him up there, and give him a cookie. Good. Good boy. Good job. All right, I'm going to have Zinnia pause the video, and we're going to kind of switch